Hey, what's going on? It's Kevin here, and this time I'm coming to you live from the beach here in Cancun. As you can see, the sun is shining. We got the reflection probably on the water, creating a nice little background for you. So I just wanted to thank you for following along with my last few videos, for leaving all your comments. It really means a lot to me. I really enjoyed shooting all these videos for you, and I took time out of my vacation to make this because I know what a profound impact it's had on my own life, and I wanted to be able to share it with you so that you can apply this stuff too. So I know in my last two videos I shared exactly how to do that. So in this video I wanted to show you how I actually apply this in my own life. I wanted to share my New Year's evolution with you. So this is going to be some pretty personal stuff, but I'm going to share it with you because I want you to get like a behind the scenes nitty-gritty look of how I actually applied these ideas in my own life and how I've done it over the past 4 years, so that you have a better understanding of how to do it when you're doing it for yourself. I know that some of the stuff I shared has probably been a little bit too theoretical or conceptual, so I wanted to give you kind of like a behind the scenes look. And the second reason I'm sharing with you, so that you can see that this is stuff that I actually do. This isn't just like some knowledge that I read in a book and decided to share with you. And it's not that like generic bubblegum advice that you would see on the cover of Maxim magazine or Cosmo with like 5 hot tips for the new year. This is stuff that actually works. I hope you can tell that the caliber of this content is beyond anything you would find anywhere else. And the third reason I'm sharing this with you is actually for my own benefit. I'm sharing this stuff with you so that I can make myself accountable to you, to everyone who's watching this. I'll talk a lot more about the power of accountability in my next video, but to put it simply, when you make yourself accountable to other people, or you tell your plans to other people, you're a lot more likely to make that happen. And the reason for that is because you don't want to look bad in the eyes of others. You don't want to disappoint people or make yourself look bad. So I'm kind of taking an extreme version of it here by actually making a video and putting this out there for the whole world to see, because I'm really committed to this stuff and I really want to make sure that this actually happens. And that's part of why I told you to post your answers to the exercises below the videos, because I wanted you to be accountable to your evolutions and to share them with us and with the community, to make it that much more real for you. So if you haven't done that, that's cool, but I would encourage you to do that after watching this video and after thinking a little bit more about this stuff, okay? So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into my New Year's evolution. So when I go through this process myself, I always focus on what my New Year's evolutions were the previous year, because like I said, it's a process and it evolves. So you gotta have to work with the tide. So last year, my New Year's evolutions, like I said, were to transform the frustration that I felt with my work into freedom, and to transform the obligation that I felt in my business into creativity. So as I lived with those intentions throughout the year, I uncovered a few really big blocks in my own life that were keeping me from experiencing the kind of frustration, the kind of freedom and creativity that I really wanted. And ironically, these blocks were not what I expected. They had a lot more to do with the internal stuff than the external stuff. I thought my problem was that I was doing too much and I needed to hire some people to, do the stuff that I didn't really like to do, or that I shouldn't be doing myself. And while that certainly helped, while that certainly improved my own level of freedom and my time off to focus on the creative and important stuff in my business, it didn't really give me the freedom that I was truly looking for. And it wasn't until I really tuned into my inner obstacles that I was able to uncover the stuff that was really holding me back. So the stuff wasn't apparent at first, but maybe about halfway through the year, this really became evident in my life. So one of the kind of obstacles that I uncovered that was really confining my creativity was my sense of obligation. And what I mean by that is that I constantly felt obligated to share, more stuff on how to get over a breakup, to create more articles and videos about, how to cope with the loss, what to do if your ex does this or that. And, it got a little bit tiresome over time, saying the same thing over and over again. I was always, telling people, you got to accept that it's over and move on. You got to let go and all this other stuff. And while it was kind of fun in the beginning, it got kind of confining. It got repetitive. I didn't get into this in order to shit on people's dreams and tell them that the relationship is dead. I got into this in order to help them wake up to the truth of the situation, to help them, wake up to life and to take back control of their life and to really make what they want happen. But this was kind of like the underlying meaning, when I was creating videos and articles, I had to talk about that other stuff first. And this block became really, really apparent to me when I noticed a lot of people unsubscribing from my newsletter with heartfelt messages. You always get a few people that are just like, you suck, or like, I hate you, and they unsubscribe. Oh shit, there's birds here. They want to make a little appearance. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. God damn, it was pretty cool though. What up, birdie? Is that good luck somewhere? I hope that's good luck. My girlfriend's superstitious. She should probably know if that's good luck or not. But anyways, I'm gonna roll with it. So let me look at my notes and pick back off. So when I realized that I really pigeonholed myself and confined myself is when I had several people actually unsubscribe from my newsletters, and they left me heartfelt messages of gratitude, of thanking me for helping them get over their ex and really change their life. And they were so heartfelt and long, and they're like, it's over and done with and I'm good now. And I remember always being really kind of pissed. I was like, you're just leaving? Like, I have so much more stuff to share with you beyond just getting over a breakup. I wanted to help them improve their life and do all this crazy stuff, and yet I wasn't doing that. I wasn't giving myself the permission to do that. I thought that I was, pigeonholed to just sharing breakup advice. And, I realized that this all started when I actually wrote my book. I was originally going to call it The Empowered Breakup. Many of you don't actually know this, but when I was kind of going through a bunch of business and marketing programs, I learned that I have to make it something catchy, something appealing, rather than the empowered breakup. Most people aren't looking for an empowered breakup. They're looking for, something to get out of their pain. So I came up with something called the Breakup Bible, which, is a lot more catchy, clever, and that kind of thing. And, one of the things they kept hammering in over and over again in all the business training programs is that you have to market your product as the solution to people's pain. You have to market this as like, hey, you're feeling this and this is the way out. So that's what I did. I focused on the frustration, on the pain, everything that, people are feeling that they want to get rid of. And the problem was that I actually ended up pigeonholing myself and not giving myself the permission to talk about, what it's really all about, which is waking up to life and taking back the power in your life, in the relationship, and everything, and to really making what you want happen. And of course, this was still the underlying message in my book. Those of you who've read it, who've gone through, have really noticed a profound impact in your life and your attitude, and how you were not only able to come to terms with what happened, but to really take control of your attitude and bounce back better than ever and create what you really want for yourself. So that message was still there, but it was not something that I was leading with. It was something that I kind of slipped in to people. So that was really confining for me, and I wanted to transition beyond just my role as a breakup and relationship coach. I wanted to share advice on other stuff too, but I kept noticing all these excuses and all these ways that I was holding myself back. I would get ideas for, other programs on, how to reconnect to your true self and really find your true calling in life, your true passion, your true purpose, and really build an amazing life for yourself to, be able to make a living doing what you love and getting paid to make money by making a difference, kind of like what I'm able to do. But, I had all these blocks that were holding me back, and a lot of them, sounded like very good reasons, very logical. My excuses were very good. I said things like, well, I have to really focus on this and what I'm doing. I already have a book out there, I have a product, I really need to stay focused and committed and persistent and keep creating new stuff and focusing on advertising and using all these new marketing channels in order to get this stuff out there and to be able to make more sales, to grow my business, and so more people find my stuff and benefit from it. And that's a very logical reason. That's something that is really important. When I ran other businesses in the past, totally outside of the kind of personal growth and self-help space, I knew that I had to stay focused and not get distracted in order to really succeed. So this made sense to myself. It was like, all right, well, I'll do that a little bit later. And that was my second excuse. I kept telling myself that I'll get around to it later when I'm more successful, when I've grown my business. And this actually stemmed from a very kind of good place, a very noble place actually. I wanted to be in full integrity when I was really doing this stuff. I really wanted to be living what I'm teaching, because there's so many people that aren't. There's so many people that are kind of selling the dream without really living it. And this is something that I discovered when I actually created a book and a video program on YouTube marketing. I put this out maybe about a year and a half ago to show people how to use YouTube as a powerful marketing channel to get more clients, to get more customers and business and stuff, because that's what I've been able to use in my own business to really reach a lot of people. So I created a product to teach other business owners how to use YouTube to get more leads and sales and that kind of thing. And what I found is that a lot of people that were doing that weren't really living their message. They kind of knew how to do this, but they weren't actually applying it and generating business for themselves on YouTube. And a lot of people that were kind of selling people how to make money online, the only real money they made online was actually selling to others to teach them how to make money online. So it was kind of twisted, and I found it kind of weird that that's just out of integrity for me. And it's kind of similar in people who create self-help products on how to find your purpose in life and get paid to do what you love. It's always kind of weird when I look at their bios or their kind of experiences, and the way they make money with their purpose is helping other people find their purpose. And while it still takes a certain level of knowledge and success to be able to do that successfully, and I just always find it kind of weird. I wanted to be successful before I do any of that stuff, so that whatever I do is not dependent on it. So that was something that sounded pretty noble. It's something that a lot of people would hear and be like, oh yeah, I respect that. Wait until that. But the problem is it actually kept me from doing what I want. But I was really sneaky with it. I'd always I even set goals for myself saying I'll actually transition to other stuff and help people figure out their lives and improve their careers once I'm making a specific amount of money. That way it wasn't just an excuse to delay it forever. So the excuse or kind of the reason that I set for myself is I told myself that I would transition into that stuff once I'm making over $100,000 a year. And that made sense. That way I knew that any other income, coming in wouldn't affect my lifestyle. So the reason I chose $100,000 was because, as a man, my idea of success, and a lot of people's idea of success, is money, and I picked $100,000 because to me that seemed like a lot of money. It seemed like that's the amount that everyone out there is really chasing. The people that go the corporate route and kind of are sitting in a cubicle kind of chasing the American dream, they're doing that with the hopes of getting a nice fat salary, probably of $100K or more, of getting some job security and that kind of thing. And I wanted to prove that you can actually make really good money doing what you love. So I wanted to wait until I was kind of at the pinnacle of what people would be in their corporate career, and that made sense, right? It was logical. It was like, okay, yeah, that's a good time to wait till. But once again, this kept me from actually doing what I love. And I got really specific with this stuff to make sure that I wasn't just fooling myself, and yet I still was fooling myself. I broke down the $100,000 goal into a monthly goal, and I realized that I needed to make $8,333 per month to be on pace to make $100K a year. And the funny thing is that I actually had a month about 6 months ago for my birthday where I made over that. I think I made about $8,500 that month. And aside from a little feel-good feeling of feeling like this is actually possible, I can actually achieve that, not that much changed. I was still living the same lifestyle, I was still me, still living in the same place, driving the same car. Not that much really changed. So deep down I knew that making more money wouldn't change that much. It wouldn't really make that big of a difference, but yet the conditioning of success and money was really strong, and I felt like I needed to be rich and successful before people would listen to me, or before I would really be comfortable telling people that this is how you should do it, or this is how to do it. Even though I've done it myself, even though I make a full-time living doing what I love, and don't worry about money, and I thought that I had to be there. And it was only really through interacting with other people and even talking to some of you guys that I realized that that's not what success is really all about. I knew this, but it's so easy to forget because of everything we see from the TV, from advertising and stuff like that. And after talking to a lot of you guys, I realized that, and also some of my friends, that anytime I'd go on vacation, or even as I was leaving for Mexico here, everyone would always be like, oh, you're living the dream. Or when I took another vacation earlier this year, they're like, oh, you're living the dream. And I kept hearing that over and over, and I didn't really think much of it. I didn't really let that sink in. I was so consumed and frustrated with my lack of success in my own business that I didn't really appreciate what I had. And it wasn't really until I was sitting here on the beach in Cancun that I really stopped and really allowed that in, to really appreciate where I am in my life, and the fact that I get to take 10 days just sitting here and enjoying myself in this beautiful place. The fact that just 3 months ago I went on another trip for a meditation retreat for 3 days. About 3 months before that, so that was in the fall, and in the summer I went to Israel for 10 days just to travel, have fun, go out of the country. And then 3 months before that, in the spring, I went to Las Vegas, actually with my girlfriend, for a relationship seminar for 3 days, where we really grew and nourished our relationship and created this it really took things to the next level, and it was an awesome time. And then after that, we stayed 4 more days just to enjoy ourselves, and I took a week off there. And as I've been sitting here and reflecting back in my life, I realized that I have lived a life of total freedom. I've been able to take 4 vacations this year. It's every 90 days or every 3 months I was going somewhere else, and I didn't have to stop to ask my boss if I could take some time off. I didn't have to carefully allocate my vacation time to actually have some freedom. I just got splashed. My back's a little wet, but anyway, quality problems, right? So yeah, I just realized that I was living this awesome life. I was getting paid to do what I love. I was on the beach making videos. I realized that I could actually live like this. I could travel and just have a video camera, have a laptop, go into any spot with Wi-Fi access, any Starbucks, and really be able to work. It was location dependent. It's just a life of seriously total freedom, and I wasn't appreciating it. I wasn't even acknowledging it until I stopped and talked to other people and had them kind of reflected back to me. So it's so crazy to think that I just got so consumed with chasing my idea of success, creating all these products or all these videos and programs on how to deal with the breakup, and doing that to chase what I thought I needed, which is more money, in order to do what I really wanted to do, which is to help people with their life. And the more I realized that, the more it kind of freed up all this energy to do that stuff. And I just decided that I'm going to do it now. Here I am, making these videos for you. Nothing really changed. I mean, my business did get a little bit more successful, but it's still not at that 100K a year mark. I just decided that I am enough as I am, and my life is pretty fucking awesome. Hope you don't mind swearing in the language there, but it really is. So, what I discovered is that one of the most liberating things in your life is to really feel like you're enough as you are, and that you have enough, that you are enough as you are, and that you have enough. So few people actually feel this way, and once you do, it's so liberating. It lets you actually appreciate what's in your life instead of focusing on what you lack. So that's something that I really want to encourage you to do, and that's something that I'm really committed to this year as well, to really focus on lifestyle. You know, I got the freedom, I got the free life and everything that I really wanted, but now I want to take it the next step further and really be in a place of unwavering gratitude for what I have and who I am and everything that's in my life. And I think that's an attitude that you should embody in your own life as well. Now, the other thing that I really wanted to do was really transition from kind of like solution salesmanship, which is what I've been doing with, like, here you have this problem with the breakup and here's the solution. And even though it's an awesome freaking solution, even though it really helps, like, I stand behind it 100%. If you haven't got it yet and you're going through a breakup, you should get it. It's going to help you. It'll solve your problem. I'm confident in it. But, you know, I really want to transcend beyond that and transition into lifestyle leadership and to really helping people live the life of their dreams, the life that they really want, because that's what I've been able to do. And it really was just about giving myself the permission to do that. And I want to help you do the same thing. I want to help you get clear and clear out whatever is standing in your way of living the life you want, to really just give yourself the permission to go after it and to make what you want happen. To not let whatever excuses you have of like, oh, I'll do that thing when I'm here, to really be able to do that now. And that's what I've been able to do. So if there's something you've been able to, been wanting to do, if there's something that you've always wanted to have happen, give yourself the permission to do that now. I'm the permission that you've been waiting for. Look at me, like, I'm a pretty young guy. I've been able to create this awesome lifestyle for myself. And it really just started with giving myself the permission and really taking charge of my attitude and living an empowered life, to feel empowered to actually go after what I want and to just have the confidence to go out there and make it happen. And I want you to have that too. I want you to feel empowered and just ready to take on the world. And what's really funny and kind of frustrating and yet liberating at the same time is that you're the only one that's keeping you from living the life you want. It's kind of humbling, but really annoying as well, is that you're really the only one in your own way. You know, we're our own worst enemy, all of us. And, you know, no one can really stop us but ourselves. You know, we can let other people get us down, but if we let them keep us down, that's really our fault. That's our choice. And that's what living an empowered life is really all about. It's about giving yourself the permission to actually go after what you want and actually going out there and making it happen, to not give in to self-doubt, fear, worry, your excuses, whatever it is that's holding you back, to really transcend that and go beyond that and create what you really want for yourself. So if you've been waiting for somebody to give you permission, if you've been waiting for yourself to give you the permission, here it is. I'm giving it to you. You know, I've been able to do it, and I want to help you do it as well. So in the meantime, you know, I'm thinking about actually putting together a program to help you do it some more, because I know that this is inspiring, I know this is motivating, but I know that, you know, it does take a lot of work to actually make it happen. And I want to be able to help support you through that. But, you know, before I actually go out there and create a program to help you do that, I want to be sure that it's something that you actually want me to create for you in the first place. So if it's something that you want me to make for you, please leave me a comment below and let me know what you'd like to see. You know, I have a few ideas of my own that I've been thinking of. I'll post them for you right below this video. Can bounce them off you. Let me know if it's something you like. Tell me what else you'd like to see. And also post your New Year's resolution so that I can kind of know what you're up to and what you're trying to do this year, so that I know how to create something that will truly support you in creating the kind of life you want. So, you know, I hope you've enjoyed this video. This has been my favorite one to make for you. You know, I know we had a few little kind of mishaps here, but hopefully you've enjoyed it. You know, I love making these for you, and the next time I'll be talking to you is probably going to be from Chicago. But in the meantime, please let me know what you want to see. Let me know what you're up to, and I'll let you know how I can best support you. So thank you for tuning in, and take care. I'm going to go enjoy the sun.